Harvey, can you say a little something about Frank for us? You've known him all of your life, right?
Well, he's a far better actor, singer, dancer than I ever was. And he's the luckiest man in the world to have found Al and to have found the Martinez family and lived not long enough, but a very happy life.
Here, here.
Look, we kind of matchy-matchy.
Wow, look at us.
Yeah. We tried to be bright and colorful.
I'm here with Marisa Diaz-Levi.
Is it video?
Oh,
Yeah.
I get second billing. She got top
Video.
billing. I'm actually older, so it should be me first.
And
Beauty before age.
I'm Lorna Woodford. I need a haircut.
and Lorna Woodford. I think we better do this over again. I'm here with Lorna Woodford and Marisa Diaz-Levi.
Stars of screen and stage. Oh no, he didn't say that.
We said that. It's in our head.
And,
Legends in our own mind.
Comedian extraordinaire.
and both of them worked with Frank in 2 shows. 3 shows for you. Have a nice day.
Oh, yeah.
Have a nice day in New York City.
Just 2 for me.
And 2, Mildred Wild.
That's why I got top billing. I've
right.
done 3 shows. You've only done 2.
That and you're singing.
You're right.
He's a great editor.
Oh, good. Good. Show my good side.
Mildred Wild,
I have no good side.
Secret Life of Mildred Wild and Dancing at Luna Soak.
Yes.
Right.
Great experience.
Yeah, what was your impressions of working with Frank?
It was a joy. It was a pleasure. And it was so nice to have complete trust in a director. And you did with Frank. You trusted him.
Yes, he was so easy to feel at liberty to take risks, and he never made you. He never like curbed your enthusiasm by directing you minutely in any way.
Yeah.
He allowed us to
Fun to
experiment.
be around.
And so sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is my friend Shara Van Trees, and well, she was both my friend and Frank's friend. Shara, what do you remember most about Frank?
I remember Frank's eyes and his smile and his warmth. The minute he walked in with Al to our house one Christmas, we knew it was forever. We loved you.
Thank you. This is Lori and Terry Latson. They're Frank's cousins. What do you remember most about Frank?
Just his attitude. It was always so engaging and positive and friendly and welcoming. It was like happy.
Yeah, I'd have to say ditto. Amazing, friendly, welcoming, heartwarming person. Yeah, we miss him dearly.
We will.
Yeah.
He'd be really happy with this today.
Yeah.
He's got that festive spirit.
Hello, Ali. How are you? This is my niece and her husband and Alejandra. There you go. All right. Can you tell me a little something about Frank?
Well, you know, we loved Frank. He was so positive. He was inspiring. The way he just loved his art. And, you know, we're just happy to be here.
This is my aunt, Donna Martinez. And what were your impressions of Frank?
I could hardly say it. He was the most kind-hearted, gentle, beautiful human being that I have known. That's it.
This is Juanita and Joe Nanez.
Oh, I know this guy.
They're my cousins. And what can you tell me about Frank?
Oh, we're talking?
We loved Frank dearly. He was always positive up until the last minute. He was so hopeful about life, and he knew what to expect. He knew what was coming, and he was positive and happy until the taught us a lot about.
I second that.
This is Mercedes Olvera. She was a very close friend of Frank's. Mercedes, what do you remember most about Frank?
Oh, his smile, I think. He was always in such a good mood and happy and just, wanting people to be happy. I think he was very comfortable in his own skin,
Thank you. This is my cousin, Lena Miller McBride. Lena, what was it about Frank that drew you to him?
I don't know. I know when I first met him in New York, he's got to my heart, and he actually was the best person I think I've ever known in my life. And I was so proud of Al of finding Frank. He was our family.
Thank you. Hi, this is Bert Bonner, and what do you remember about Frank? What stands out in your mind?
Well, Al, it's Tony season right now, and Frank was one of the only people that I could really talk to and dish about the Tonys, because we had this common knowledge of theater, but love for theater all over the place. And we had both seen lots of theater and helped lots of theater perform, whether it was on stage or directing or designing. And when you find somebody that shares that love, it's just a special bond. And he did great work on the stage and brought a lot of us into roles that we never would have had the chance to do. So that's what I think about when I think of Frank.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody at this table has come up here from San Antonio to be with us today. Everybody at this table worked with Frank in the theater, and could you give me impressions of what it was like to know Frank?
Knowing Frank was always kind of a magical experience, and if you were working with him in a show, you hoped that there were wigs involved because he was a master wig creator. This actually is one of the costume pieces from Enchanted April, and costumes and the visual were so important to him. I think that it's wonderful that there's such an emphasis on bright colors, because that would have been something he really loved.
Hi, I became a property mistress thanks to Frank. He encouraged me and told me I could do it. I'm a librarian by trade, so I did the research, and by golly, he was right. I had a knack for it, and I will always be grateful to him for that.
Let's see, are we introducing ourselves? Okay. Hi, I'm Lindsay. It's hard to, we're all actors, so it's hard to think of something to say that's totally about him and not about us. But the first show he directed here was Cinderella. At the auditions, he had people just, get a couple of people together, grab a scene, come on over and read it. And this woman grabbed me, and she grabbed the stepmother and these two stepdaughters scene. And we switched out, all three of us, and I was like, okay, I'll read the stepdaughters. But I read it, and I actually made Frank laugh in the audition. But then when he called me for the callbacks, he was so nice. He said, I'm not sure that one of the stepdaughters is the right fit. I remember the direction he gave me that I liked the most was the City of Angels. And I played two characters. One's the character in a movie, and one's the real character who's trying to play the character in the movie. And I was perplexed as to how to play when it's the real person trying to play in the movie. And I said, Frank, how should I do that? Should I do it for real or what? And he thought a moment, and he said, you do it, but you do it badly. So I did Gloria Swanson. Anyway, those are kind of my favorite little bits. And here. You know.
Susan Breidenbach. I worked strictly backstage with Frank, and my biggest impression is his love of detail, and I never heard a harsh word out of his mouth. never heard a harsh word. Really created a loving community. That's mine.
I'm Paige Berry, and besides giving myself and my husband lots of opportunities, he just gave us lots of love and support. It was endless, and that's what we appreciate the most.
And also his vision. Frank always had just the greatest vision for his shows, and the process was so smooth, and it was just a pleasure working with Frank and building not only a partnership in the community, but friendship as well.
You already gone?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Magda, and I always remember Frank's bright and sunny and joyous and generous spirit. I had the pleasure of working with him in 3 shows and wish I had gotten to do a lot more, but he brought such joy to his work and to the collaborative effort. We all were part of that process, and he brought out the best in us, in each and every person, and we all wanted to work with Frank because it was such a joy.
Hi, I'm Mark. I totally ditto to everything Magda just said. I got to know Frank as a friend also in the lunch bunch that we would have with Gloria Lou on Saturdays, and that was a joy because I always put a barrier between myself and the directors and allowed me to really get to know him, and I really appreciate that. And also another comment that I heard was that he was very, I wouldn't say relaxed, but he was very generous and gave everybody time to get their stuff worked out. But there was one show I was in where one of the lead actors dropped out a week before the show opened, and he handled it so well. He had this look on his face, and I knew something was wrong. He said, "I'll be back in a few minutes," and he walked out, and he came back, and he said, "Okay, we have a situation. We're going to recast the part, and we will be in rehearsal again tomorrow." So that was pretty miraculous how he handled that. I would have freaked out.